After my surgery, I had made a decision that I was going back to the gym to work out. And for some reason, Alyssa's name was the one that popped up into my head, into my spirit. I called her. She had no idea what I had gone through. She had no idea what I looked like. She had no idea about anything except that she just answered the phone call and she came to see me because we haven't seen each other in a while. And when she saw me, of course, she saw me at 130, almost 30, 40 pounds. And I said to her, I wanted to train you to compete in June, just a few months later, to compete at Fitness Universe. And she looked at me as like, okay, who's gonna train you? Because I looked like crap. I was like this. I look like the pole that's in front of me right now, like this little pole right here. Instagram people, you're watching. So, but we're live on everything right now. I built a studio here. I'm creating this amazing show called Lifechangers4life because Alyssa is a life changer. Not only in nutrition, she's actually an aerospace engineer. She has from UM, right? Was it UM? So she's one of the smartest women I know, and she looks like she's like 21 forever. She hasn't changed. So, but Alyssa, thank you again for making time today. You're, like I always say to you, you're an angel in my life. You will continue to be an angel in my life. It looks like it's perfect for you right now. The sky, the lighting is actually perfect for this video. So
the sun is setting.
The sun is setting is a perfect view. You're out there in the outdoors where you love to be in the outdoors. So you were doing, you were working on a lot of stuff. You're doing like a lot of yoga, Pilates. You're doing a lot of different things. Tell us a little bit about your life, where you were before this happened.
So it's been kind of a journey for me. So you mentioned aerospace engineering, and that was really what I thought I was going to do with my life and my career. And I graduated college and worked in my career field, and rather quickly, within the first year, realized that it wasn't my path. It didn't feel in alignment, and I actually got really, really sick within 12 months of working my first job out of college as an engineer, and it forced me to transition out of that and look for a new space of work, which actually brought me to Las Vegas. And I have been in the gym. I mean, you trained me for my first fitness competition at 19 years old, so it was something that was ingrained in me. I was a nationally competitive gymnast, a collegiate cheerleader, and then transitioned to the fitness world. Competitively, it was something that offered me a lot of discipline outside of the gym, which I had already kind of, been ingrained in my brain and in my lifestyle from gymnastics, and it was something that I gravitated towards. So when I got sick, it was something that I clung to. I was eating really healthy, or so I thought. I guess at the time I was listening to the trainers and coaches that I had after you when I had moved to get my job out of college. And I didn't realize that the foods that I was eating and things that I were putting in my body, even though I looked great, and dying up on the inside, and that had a big role in that. And me healing my gut has been a decade-long journey that's brought me to where I am now. You mentioned that I teach classes. I've been doing Facebook Lives every day now that we're in quarantine. And it's been fun. It's something that I absolutely love to do. It's my flow state. It's what I share. It was the first step on my journey to wellness, taking Pilates, yoga. I got certifications in boot camp, kettlebells, battle rope, TRX. It was just something that when actually a role in ways that I was positive, fell in with, and I wanted to learn as much as I could.
Oh, we're having technical difficulties.
So that's what I do.
All right, okay, there you are. You're back. So, to finish, yeah, you went for a little bit, just for a little bit. So, one of the things about Alyssa was the fitness part of it. It was really, but here's the thing she's not sharing with you. She had back issues. She went through a period of her life that she was really, really sick. She became ill again at a point after their first competition. She decided to compete again, and she was literally ill on stage, and she still competed because she made it a thing. One thing about her that I've always recognized is you attract who you are, right? You attract right? You always attract what you like and things like that. She's somebody that, like me, we just don't give up. We just don't listen to a lot of things. We just kind of listen to ourselves in terms of what we need to keep going to survive. And that was one of the things about her that I knew she would understand about me. And she did. And I saw her even later on doing the exact same thing. And I was the last person to say to you, don't compete, don't do this, don't do that. How could I say that to you when I was that person that said to everybody else, leave me the heck alone, I'm going to the gym. So for me, you always had that, and one thing about you is that you are an aerospace engineer. You are always your brain is always working. How did it change going through? You finally were doing the things you wanted to do, traveling, teaching people. Nutrition, you're helping people with vitamins, supplements, you have your own line of stuff that you're doing right now. How did this just like out of nowhere come in? What happened to your mindset?
So I'm taking it back to like when I was teaching in the fitness realm. I realized rather quickly that I wasn't able to elicit a large enough positive change in people's lives. They were spending 30 minutes to an hour with me maybe once or a couple times a week, but that's literally 2 to 5% of people's day. And as much as they enjoyed the work that I was doing, they weren't having the results that they wanted to have. They weren't feeling well. And with my journey, with my gut health, and you mentioned I stepped on stage sick. I got shingles at 25 years old.
Yeah.
Clearly there was something wrong because people would look at me and I looked healthy, but again, I felt awful. And doctor after doctor, I went to dozens of GI specialists. No one could give me an answer. And they told me I'd basically be dealing with this for the rest of my life. And I just refused to believe that that was my lot. And if I have anything to say to the people that you were representing is that don't give up your power to anyone else, because this controls this. The mind
Right.
controls the body, and working with mental, emotional, spiritual is so powerful to elicit a positive change within your own physicality. And seeking the information. Education is power as well. So empowering yourself to have the answers. We're living in the most, technologically advanced time where you have all of this information at your fingertips, and, doing your own research is so powerful. And I've done thousands of hours of independent research, slight of me going back to getting a PhD or a doctorate in nutrition. I've, been on the cutting edge of the research with microbiome. I work in DNA now with nutrition, and it's just been so strategic for me to be on this journey, trying to navigate my own health challenges to now be able to turn around and help others with theirs.
And it's hard for me to, you see me smile because I've been through this journey with her. So I remember like praying with her and letting her know, listen, I don't know what's going to happen. I just, like the same thing about me with cancer. I didn't know what God had planned. I had no idea. I just knew that I felt like she was going to be okay. I always felt like she's got a huge purpose in her life. And I used to preach this to her, like at 18, 19, 20 years old. I would just like literally, till the point that she just said, shut up, David, I'm tired of listening to you. And I would just tell her like, God has a purpose for you. And the thing about her is like, I used to say to her about the aerospace engineer is like, the fact that you have these amazing thoughts, that your brain can take these things and literally shape them into visions and into these things that you just want to develop and you want to do. I promise you, Alyssa, one day everything is going to come through. Everything is, that whole thing with aerospace engineer, with DNA, with this, and all of that stuff's going to come back because you didn't study it for no reason. You studied it for a purpose. I just didn't know what it was, right? The other thing that she spoke about that brings a smile to my face is that even before I was doing women empowerment, even before I was doing these seminars, even before any of that stuff, I used to tell her, don't let anyone direct your steps. No man, no boyfriend, nobody has the right to tell you how to live your life unless they've invested in you. And the only one that really at the time had invested in her was her. And I used to tell her this all the time, and I said, Alyssa, you need to live your life. Don't let anyone direct that. And that's what what she was talking about is like, no one really has the right to tell you what or what not to do. You can take advice from people, right? And you can get counsel and you can do all that stuff. That's great. But at the end of the day, you are the one that have the choice. You're the one that makes the decision, because here's the thing. You're the one that has to live with that choice. You're the one that has to live with that decision, right? So for me, you hit on some amazing points. You're still doing the nutrition. You're still doing the fitness. We could do hours. We probably need to do more stuff together. But I would say this: what word? One of the things that I'm trying to get out of this project that God put in my spirit, and I decided to do it. What word would you share with people about the future, and about how to give them hope right now to go through whatever they're going through? There's people stuck at home. They don't want to be home. Jose talked about one of the interviews talked about gratitude. Another one talked about seasons. What word would you think that right now that would give people hope, and why? You know.
So I choose a word every single year, a word and a mantra that means something to me in a season in my life, if you will. So every single year I think about what matters in the year past and what I want to bring into the next year. And for 2020, regardless of the chaos that's going around in society right now, consistency has prevailed for me. So continuing to do my 20-mile marches every single day and not burning myself out, not underproducing, but being true to myself and continuing to show up, to continue to keep my motivation, my inspiration, my level high, so I can show up in the world authentically, genuinely, and do the work that I'm doing here to help other people. So consistency is just, it's key. I mean, it's something that, you know, as a gymnast, I needed to have that to get skills that I needed. In school, I needed to do it to graduate with a decent GPA, and, you know, and it was something that as a business owner and an entrepreneur, when you're guided by yourself and you don't have these specific deadlines except the ones that you're setting, you can kind of lose track. So it's something that I had to come back to and realize, like, I need to do these things every single day, set some structure for myself in order to be successful and to do the work that I want to share with everyone.
And that's one of my favorite words. I talk about being obedient, being consistent. The best compliment I ever got was from someone that I only met one time in my life, and she gave me the best compliment. She says, David, the reason I listen to you is because for 3-4 years, the one thing about you that I admire is your consistency on your message. And I didn't even know that I was doing that, but yet I've done that for over a decade. And that's a great word, because the first you got to start something, and after you start it, you got to stay consistent, because if not, you will not see the results. You were talking about results. People will not see the results unless you're consistent about something in life. Whatever it is that you're doing that you want to do, I will take her advice today. Alyssa's word was consistent. Be consistent on what you do, but make sure that it's something positive. Make sure that it's something that's actually life-changing, like this show, Lifechangers for Life. Alyssa's a life changer. You'll get to hear more about her in my documentary, in my book, when it's finished. And we'll probably end up doing a lot of, maybe even speeches together, because she's somebody that I know that she came in my life for a purpose, and I'm never letting her go. She's always going to be there. She's an angel in my life. She always says, I'm not an angel. She is, because somebody had to answer the call. And here's the thing. When I was coming back from cancer and my surgery, I had to be consistent. And she's the one that kept me being consistent, because sometimes in life we do things for others, not for ourselves. So remember that. Find someone in your life that you want to do something for, especially right now. Right now we're keeping the distancing because we don't want to get people sick, or we don't want to affect someone's life, right? So find someone that you want to do something for while you're going through this season, and then be consistent about it. Again, my name is DavidOctavioGandell. Thank you for being part of Lifechangers for Life. Again, thank you to my guest, Alyssa Blue. And you can follow her at Body by Blue on Instagram, and Alyssa Blue on Facebook. And again, till next time I see you, I can't wait to give you a hug. I love you. And
love you.